and welcome back to the Lall Show, which you are listening to on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. I am Suan Wickham, your moderator for tonight's program, and here with me is none other than Mr. Lall himself. And we are happy to be back here with you guys for another informative session about what your leaders do not tell you. I trust that you, the listeners and viewers, will take away something from tonight's program. But before we head into that, I'd like to remind you that if you would like to call in and ask a question, you can do so on 226-7453 or 226-7545. Or send a WhatsApp message on 622-2222. Now, without further ado, Mr. Lall, what do you have for the people?
I have a lot to talk about tonight. I have some very beautiful things to tell all Guyana, including our leaders and the oil people, the oil players. But before I get down into tonight's topic, let me say good night. I always lose my manners. I will not forget that. I just want to say good night to all those wonderful listeners who are listening to me from across the globe. Thanks for listening. Brothers and sisters, something terrible happened to me and my company this week. I am in talks with my lawyer on how to deal with it. It's a beautiful story, but shocking development. I will tell you all that story. I have to. I must. As soon as I get the clearance from my lawyers, I will tell you that story. I don't think next week will pass before I tell you that story. It's evil. You know, Suan, Sunday is Mother's Day. Yes, it's a special day. The world to protect and safeguard her child. She would left herself hungry many nights just to feed her child with whatever little she has. It's too bad some of our leaders don't adapt the same principle of how a mother would treat their children so that they can treat the citizens of this country the same way. A friend said to me yesterday, Glenn, when he listened to my programs, he believes that most of our leaders in Guyana wake up with Exxon in their pockets. He says, Glenn, I honestly believe that. I like that guy. I like him. But for me, my friend, I believe our leaders and ExxonMobil does live in the same bedroom. Brothers and sisters, I say bedroom because it is like a man and wife situation. Them bedroom story does never come out, no matter what problems between them. Most of the times, them just come out with black and blue and scratches all over the body, and them just never talk. The children them just have to guess what went on in the bedroom. It's the same thing happening here between ExxonMobil and most of our leaders them. They have us, the citizens, guessing what has happened between the two of them. Both of them exploiting our resources, our livelihood, and that of future generations. And we hear nothing from our leaders. What's going on? On my Wednesday night program, I spoke about how Guyana has a 50-50 profit sharing business with ExxonMobil. And we have no say and control over the money they're spending. That is how people do business. Yeah, guys? That's how you do a 50-50 business with your neighbor. Yes, your neighbor can spend and you have no say. Before the program, I played a short clip in which a presenter of 60-minute program in the US, the woman said she was given a tour in Saudi Arabia, the Nerve Center. And when she walked in the Nerve Center, there was a 224 feet flat screen TV. The guy that gave her the tour said that's the nerve center of the oil industry in Saudi Arabia. He said every pipeline, every valve on the pipeline, they monitor. They can see every drop of oil that comes out of the waters and the land. Real time. Real time. What do we have here? What do we have? We have a 50-50 profit sharing, and we don't even know if we have a pipeline. I spoke about how we are being raped, tortured, exploited, and ripped off. I promise to continue the exposure, and there will be many more programs to come. Brothers and sisters, I talked about us having a 20 billion American dollars bill on our backs, for which Exxon say them spend on Liza 1, Liza 2, and Liza 3, in which we did not authorize or even had any say. I believe, Lall believe, that half of that 20 billion is inflated bills. And that's only one way of ripping off and raping us all. Guys, when you do the maths, and I think that many of you are smart enough to do the maths, if we are to say that half of those 20 billion is inflated bills, like I said, which Lall believe, is more than half them rip us off therewith. Every man, woman, and child, when you do the maths, we would have already have $2.7 million in our bank book already. That's when you can do that at home. If $10 billion we lose from that tree project alone, it equals to $2.7 million for every man, woman, and child in this land. You hear that, guys? So that is something what you have missed out on the 3 operations they have out there alone. Tonight, let me continue on this topic and talk about how we are being further exploited by the billions of US dollars using our own resources, and our leaders are clueless or either in collusion with what's happening. Hold on to that word, guys. Collusion. Remember it, because it's a very loaded word, a very heavy word. Our leaders seems to be on a different level in this country. They're on a backward and a promotion level, a development level. They have been on a boasting spree about this massive development Guyana will have for the longest while. They have been boasting that. And how we can turn into a Dubai overnight. But this development ain't benefiting us, the citizens of this country, but rather it will be benefiting every foreigner and themselves to look good. Yes, it will benefit every single foreigner and the politicians them, because that is what they will use to say, look how we have transformed Guyana. The leaders is spreading that myth, that pinking nonsense. Guys, you will see, and listen to me carefully, you will see drastic change on the landscape of this country. No doubt about that. The big question is, who will be paying for it? Let me repeat, who will be paying for it? And who will benefit from it? You will be getting, they will be getting the hog of it, and you will be cleaning up the hog mess. That's what will be happening. Just the other day, they are proud to announce, big in the front page of the newspaper, Inter-Caribbean Airways gets approval to fly to Guyana, and talks are ongoing with Virgin Atlantic, another airline. The owner for that one is one of the richest men in the world, a man named Sir Richard Branson. He is a businessman, and he see a way for make more money. But our leaders can't see that, and them can't see how we are the ones should be making money. We already got Copa Airlines, JetBlue, American Airlines, and more will come. Where were all these people when we barely had Caribbean Airlines? The money wasn't here. Business wasn't here. At one time, I believe we would have had to swim out from Guyana, because airline, nobody was coming, and BV, what we call Caribbean Airline, was hijacking the fare. That's why I tell you guys, we would have had to swim. All of a sudden, we find oil. The honey is here. Yes, it's profitable now, because them foreigners can travel in style. And it's you who would be getting the bills. You got to pay for every single one of them tickets. Man, every week is another airline coming. You might even see EasyJet come back in business. That same man who robbed all the Guyanese them ticket money and sitting in jail, he might be running one from jail soon. Yeah. This is a development for them geniuses we have for leaders here. The Harmons, the Alis, and the Jagdeos, including the Brasingtons and the Passads them. Yeah. But y'all don't know who will pick up and sustain them. Who will be upkeeping and sustaining them? No, y'all don't know. It's we oil, not Nigeria oil. It's Guyana oil. Our resources, they are banking on. to rip us off. Our oil that will be putting in billions into them airline accounts. Yes, we got the honey. The floodgates opening to Guyana. Is every Tom, Dick and Harry coming, running here for full their pocket? Is the honey. You drop the H from the honey, and that is what gonna left for me and you, the honey. Let me explain how our oil honey flying out into these airlines' pockets every day. All them airline need is just 10 first class passenger at $4,000 or $5,000 ticket. That is 40 and 50,000 American dollars. Who's checking on that? Who's checking on that, guys? The cost of the plane is less than $25,000. Imagine them got five flights a day. And this is only a one-way trip. You do the maths. You do the maths. Yes, we leaders, we financial gurus, them in thinking for bring back Guyana Airways so that we can make money. No. Them happy for tell we, you see how much airlines coming? But I don't know the people coming for rob us blind. No, they don't know that. Who is overlooking and authorizing those ticket costs? Guyana, can you answer me that? These bills that will come out as expenses from our honey, our money, our oil. Who's looking at that to make sure we get value for our oil money? I just told you, Saudi Arabia North Center monitors every drop of oil and every single cent that is being spent. Who's looking out for us? BWIA, Caribbean Airline, their first class ticket is below half the American airline ticket. But I am not certain. I have to find out if they're flying with them. I think about that. And I wonder where our money is going. They are not flying with Caribbean Airline, which is half the price. They are flying with American Airline and JetBlue. Because who's paying? We the fools paying. You see who they're supporting? You see who pocket they're full in? Oh, Guyana. Oh, yes. American Airline and JetBlue. They could very well fly every hour with just 5 passengers and go out with 5 passengers and still make money. You see who's making the money with our oil? Guys? Are you see who making the money? Yeah. It's everything. It's every million ways. In every million ways, we are being shafted and exploited, cheated and robbed, left, right, and center in this country. But what we leaders saying, that is massive development. Guys, that is the transformation them boasting and preaching about every day. Shaft. Not the movie. They got a movie in the Shaft. The real Shaft. I am told that the Guyanese ticket, the economy ticket to New York is $261. That is what we leaders proud of, the $261. And I guess every citizen gonna jump for joy. But our leaders can't see beyond that. They're comfortable settling for a couple $100 while millions are being carted away from the oil money. And what is local traveling? And what is local traveling with? Them adding, what them putting in the airlines? Them adding like Bombay to the airlines. Yeah, that is a chump change for them pocket. And that is the development our leaders talking about. That's the progress our leaders talking about. We're giving away billions through tickets, oil tickets. Yeah. Guys, you ever hear the saying penny wise and pound foolish? That is the pinking business our financial gurus got in their brain. Them got sense for the pennies. Them little oil company throwing at we. But when it comes to the real money, them brains fall down in one of them well hole. You know what I'm talking about, right? That's where the brain fall down. Man, if this is not insanity, then it got to be collusion with our wealth, guys. Just read through the lines. You know what is the excuse Exxon is used to justify this type of raping? Hear what it say. We trust American Airlines. That's our airline. So we fly with them. They had said that with the water. When they used to import water first, they said they trust the water. Anything they do, them say them trust that. And you can't do the people them nothing. So whatever price they want to give you, whatever price they want to pay, they pay. I think Jack David said one time that they have to stop doing that. I don't know if they stop. American Airline charging we 3 times more than what our Caribbean brothers charging. But we have to pay American Airline fare because ExxonMobil say we trust them. Yes, that's how it is. But that's how it is rip off of people. You trust the hire car man, so you go pay him $10,000 for a $500 drop. That's what is going on, brothers and sisters. Yeah. It's the same Caribbean Airlines them used to fly with when they were searching for our oil from 1999 to 2015. Now the oil fine. And it's a different tune them singing. Just for continue to rape you of every single cent from the oil industry. You think if our brothers and sisters decide that them gonna get a plane to provide the same service to the oil companies, you think they're gonna trust we? Yeah? And pay we the same ticket price? Read through the lines, guys. This is how you're being raped and robbed. And our financial gurus talking about how this is progress. They're talking about local content. Yes, Mr. Jagdev and Mr. Harman, get Guyana Airways going and demand that they travel with us and pay us the same thing they pay in American Airlines so that we can make real money, just like how American Airlines and JetBlue and all the rest of them making real money. Since the airline industry is so booming and making money. Not true, man? Get our airline going.
Yeah, but they say...
You see, that is all part of local content.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. It's the same thing going on with the helicopters at Ogle.
Not a single guy.
Man, every 15 minutes, wanna fly in and wanna fly out with workers from the ship.
Not a single guy is pilot.
We ain't even know how much millions them charging us dear. Maybe it's like the first class tickets.
Not a single guy is injured.
Yes.
Pilot.
Yeah.
Not a
Is the price. Forget about 1 and 2 pilots working. I am talking about the price we are paying. This is not about Guyanese pilot working. You pay a Guyanese pilot 5,000, 10,000 US. I am talking about we don't know the cost per trip. The cost per trip may very well be 1,000 US, and they had us a bill for 75,000 US dollars. That's not thing. It's like the ticket. A first class ticket with Caribbean Airline is $1,700-$1,800, and a first class ticket with them between 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000 US dollars. That's what I'm talking about.
Glenn, the boats.
Take note of what is going on, Guyana. That's the way our leaders running a 50-50 business with our oil in this country. Yes. Exxon has carved out a country in this country for itself. It is going to get its own housing and its own security and its own hand-picked personnel very soon. Very soon. And you wouldn't want to know the cost for those things. You wouldn't want to know the bills that will be coming to our leaders. But this is another topic I will have to do a special program on, because I am already seeing a very, very frightening situation playing out. And I must talk about it. That's another topic. Guys, we should not allow these things to happen. We have to stand up together and demand that all this freaking nonsense we leaders going on with, stop. No, leave it. And it should stop immediately. And you people have to raise your voices. If not, we could very well turn out like Haiti and have to make mud pie to survive, because all the oil money will be gone and you will still have bills upon bills to pay. It has happened to many countries. I have spoken about that already. So I want to hear your voices. Yes. Is every business in the oil sector is being run this way? With the oil. With our oil money. And who's checking? What are you hearing from these geniuses we have running this country? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Both the government and opposition saying nothing. Where are their voices in all of this, brothers and sisters? All you have to do is just open your eyes and look around. Look around you, and you will see that you're being robbed in front of your eyes. But you ain't know it. And I am not going to fault you guys for not knowing it. Look around what's happening to your roads. This one too, I will have to do a special program on this topic alone. But ask yourself, whose money is fixing it right now? You don't know. Is that little budget money? That little budget money what I can't raise your salary with, or can't give old people a better pension, is that little money them I use to fix the roads right now, where the oil sector is breaking up. And what are you getting? Yeah. This is one reason why you guys can't get a proper salary. That's one of the reasons. We can't move from where we are. This is why you see people using fancy car for thief goat in this country. You remember the goat story? Two of them get catch. Thieving goat in a brand new car. Why? Maybe the car man couldn't make his monthly payments, so he resort to thieving animals. We reported that story 2 days ago. You remember another thief man get catch at Windsor Estate? Last night only that happened. He tell his security guard them when they hold him and handcuff him. Two thief man been running. And the only thing he could do is jump Windsor Estate fence. You hear that? Yep. That story is in today's Kaieteur News. You can read it. It's a very sweet story. I have said many more crimes will happen in this land. Yeah, mark my words, Guyana. Mark my words. And it should not be this way. It should not be this way, guys. We cannot allow it to happen. Brothers and sisters, we have to demand all this damn nonsense stop. This is why I am doing this special series, trying to educate all of you as to what is going on and how we are being robbed of our own wealth right in front of our eyes, and our leaders are silent. Take a look at the trucking services. Them same trucks we see running on the road, from the wharves to Houston, from here to there and everywhere. You know who owns almost all them trucks? The foreigners. They are being paid almost double the price than the 1 and 2 locals, our brothers and sisters who are doing the same work. You hear that? The foreigners being paid double the price as to what they're paying our brothers and sisters for doing the same work. You see whose pocket they're filling? You see how we oil money going to pay expenses, and it's not none of we benefiting. Not me, not you, not any citizens of this country, brothers and sisters. Yeah, only the foreign people. Everything is for the foreign. Brothers and sisters, man, Guyanese, I want to be clear in my position. Very clear. I am not totally against the foreign people. So please don't get me wrong. Some of the work the foreigners doing here in the oil operation, we people cannot do it. But gosh, man, if we people can do it, them should get the first jump, and we should be paid equally and evenly. You can't give all the work to the foreign people, pay them big money, and then give 1 and 2 local little work and pay them less. No, man. No, that cannot happen. Wednesday night I talk about a friend that spoke to me that working out there, and he's getting half the payment and doing the same work that a foreigner doing. Yes, this oil and this business is ours. It's the Guyanese people's one, not the foreign people. Guys, You see what is happening? And who is paying? From our oil. We paying because all these things are expenses that has to be taken out of cost. Out of cost. And then we got 50-50 profit. You hear that? All them costs got to come out. And then we get 50-50 profit. When I'm done with you, with these types of expenses, you're going to get 50-50 something else. Exxon will get them full 50, and our 50 going to come in shafts. Not the movie one, like I said. This is the business. This is the 50-50 business. Our people are looking out and looking after. This is how they do it. Man, is every and any part of this oil sector we get in shaft. A friend tell me yesterday, he works outside there, and he said how they get food. They eat well. Sleeping accommodation is all perfect. But he said his salary is half the foreign people one. The friend said when he don't pay taxes, it's like he going home with nothing. And the foreign people pay no tax. I remember a few years ago, some of the leaders used to quarrel about Chinese bringing in their own people and locking out Guyanese. Man, some of them used to even hold protests over this thing. Isn't Exxon doing the same thing here now, man? What happened? Where are the voices of them same leaders? Where are the protests now? That we getting job we giving away job in the billions of US dollars, not millions. And our leaders is blind to what is taking place in this country. In front of their faces. No, man, this foolishness got to be collusion, the big word. Read through the line, guys. This is what our oil is doing to us, bringing to us, giving us. I even had to tell a friend that them same fancy accommodations and food he talking about, is we paying for that too, through our oil. I did tell y'all, we pay rent for them junk yard ship we got out there. And we don't know how much we paying. We paying rent for everything. You hear me? Not only the junkyard ship. We paying rent for everything. Every house they rent in this country. Every building they rent in this country. Find out the cost. And find out who they're renting it from. Listen to this one carefully. Who they're renting it from is a set of millions they're spending in US dollars. Check how much properties are being rented. And check what bill them hand in Guyana. Listen to this. Listen carefully. I want some water. I explained the airline, the helicopter, the trucks, trickery and strategy. Now let me explain the rentals so you get a full understanding where more of your money is going and who is really benefiting. Yes, no, you hear, listen carefully. Hear how the rentals does work. Exxon don't rent nothing directly. There is always a middleman. The middleman gonna come to you and rent your house for $2,000 a month. Then the middleman gonna turn around and rent it for $10,000 a month to Exxon. You hear that? The Guyanese man get 2, and then them don't knock you 8,000. And who's paying? It's coming out. Are we 50-50 profit sharing? You come out from Jack Day and Harmon, 50-50 profit sharing.
Financial gurus.
Yes, these financial gurus. Listen, we brother who rent the house for the $2,000 a month, at the end of the year he get 24,000 US, which is 5 million Guyana dollar. And the man is very happy. You understand? I would be happy too. You would be happy. You understand? He jump in for joy. He can fly on the American airline and go to New York every month because it's only 261 US dollar for go there. You understand? So the man is happy. His family is happy. Yes. Man, nobody can beat that. Like I said, he and his family singing song all over Guyana. And guess what? They're going and sing the song all over New York too.
The good life?
Yes, yes. How a good life. Exactly. How a good life he's living. All because of ExxonMobil and the oil. But the fool, the idiot, ain't know that he family, and all Guyanese getting robbed 10 times more than what he is getting. Because when he get the 5 million a year, he pay little taxes. Exxon walking away with 120,000 US dollars yearly, which is 24 million Guyana dollars.
No taxes.
And guess what? Exactly.
No taxes.
Them pay no taxes. So the man get his 5 million and he happy.
They get
And Exxon robbery 120,000, 24 million dollar a year.
90 million last year.
Yes.
90 million last year.
Who is checking? Yes. No man. Our financial gurus checking. Our government and opposition leaders are checking.
What with the GRA?
Oh. My heart bleeds for Guyana. I honestly want to cry many days when I think about what is happening in this country. We brother getting 5 million and Exxon walking away with 24. That is the type of freaking business them going on within this land. And that is in every single thing, every place, the sector, everything they rent from. There's the same story over and over being repeated. Every piece of land they rent, every building they rent. Check the business they're doing with we. It's everything we're being shafted with, Guyana. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, yes. Like the local passenger get a $300 ticket, he happy? Yes. The man rent the land, he get a little penny, he happy too. You understand? He happy that he get the land rent. He get the house rent, he happy. But none of them know that all of us are being exploited because we are losing oil money. We are giving away oil money to Exxon them in the millions and billions, and we settling for the pocket change. You understand? We settling for the pocket change. In short, when you feel you get a penny and happy, them thief a dollar, a whole dollar from you and your children and your grandchildren. This is the kind of monkey business these geniuses doing in this land with our resources, brothers and sisters. Yes. Yes, so many times I ask, where is the financial gurus we have in Guyana? Who's checking? Who's authorizing on this 50-50 profit sharing business that we got? Man, I'm getting tired. You know, hear this one. They have a set of boats out there. A set of boats. Foreign boats. All being rented. All of them supplying, all of them is them supply boats that fetching those pipes, cement, mud, ration and so on to the drill ships. Who checking those expenses? I don't think one of them both belong to Guyanese. You see whose pockets is being filled? You see which country is benefiting? Certainly not Guyana or the Guyanese people. Wow. My friend is saying one of the captain making $300,000 a year. That is 60 million Guyana dollar, one captain a make. Maybe I should change my profession. That's only one captain.
Every single one.
I did not speak because I don't know how much we are paying for the rental of the boats. That is the big money. Forget tonight about the salary. One of them boat maybe 10 million US a month.
Of course.
We don't know. Our leaders know. Oh,
Do they
brother.
care? Do they care?
Wow. Guys, I am not saying that we don't need to have supply boats. I am not saying that we don't need planes, helicopters and trucks. I am not saying we don't need the right people and the right skills. But we have to, and we must get value. We must get value for our money. We have to able to bargain, and bargain at a fair and reasonable rent and skills. You understand? And we should have a say into all these things.
Our stuff belongs to us.
We should not sit back and allow any oil company to rip us off, especially where our expenses are concerned.
We have to pay.
We have a stake. We have a 50-50 stake in this thing. Guys, what is taking place? You know what is taking place? Is more than a rip-off. A rip-off in every sector. This is more than bare-faced robbery. And nobody is saying a word. This has been going on from day one, like I said. This industry, guys, this industry is not a cake shop. It's a humongous business. It's a gigantic sector. I know we will get ripped off. There is always tricks and gimmicks in the game of business. I know that, man. But you have to keep your eyes on the gate, on the safe. You have to keep your eyes on the expenses they are throwing on us. After all, let me say it again, we have a 50-50 profit sharing in the business. Keep your head on. We have to have a say in every spending, every inch, every ounce of spending. What these people are doing to us here, guys, they have done all over the world. And Kaieteur News have been warning our leaders years now to look out, to watch out for all these tricks. Wait, man, you mean for tell me these leaders ain't learning? Or they're part of it? Man, you guys answer me that question, man. Huh? They're not learning? Or they're not part of it? Or are they part of it?
Do they care?
Huh? Please, take some telephone calls to me in the meantime, man. I need to drink some water, man. No, this is unthinkable what is happening in this country. It's unbelievable what is going on in this land.
Clement, you are a voice in the wilderness. What about our intellectuals? What about our lawyers, our doctors, our university professors? Where are these people, Glenn? Are you the only patriot in this country? Come on.
I don't want to blame anybody. I don't want to blame anybody. And I am not. I know some of them know. You know, I talk about it. But these people position they sit in, you know, maybe they're afraid to speak or they can't speak.
But Glenn,
They have people out there. People have been asking about the press. What happened to the press? Again, I'm saying, if the press people does not understand what is playing out, I don't want to blame them too. That's why I'm here to throw out the little I know, so we all can understand. And when the real time comes, when a man understands, he will speak out. But I'm actually speaking to the leaders here directly. This is why I keep saying the government and the opposition. These are our leaders. They ought to see. They are listening. They are learning. They are not fools. But why are they silent?
okay, Glenn, but we have university, we have doctors, we have lawyers. We have lawyers who have international experience. We have university professors, right? Glenn, you are, like you said, you didn't go to university. I say you that you barely finished high school.
University, brother, university ain't got nothing to do with
No.
with common sense and business.
I understand. Common sense is not very common. Trust me, I know that. But we have university professors, right?
Where's the calls? They're not calling?
Right?
Maybe the people are frustrated just like me.
Okay.
Listen, look right now, you can't get a call, right? Because when you listen to this, it's like myself. I feel like crying for Guyana.
Glenn,
And I sometimes don't know what to say.
Glenn, any patriotic guys, Glenn, you're a patriotic citizen. I feel the same way, Glenn. Before you started this, Glenn, I was preaching the same way, only I didn't have a radio station to preach. I used to preach to people on the street who I meet. Right? I used to preach the same way you were. But the people keep on saying, what are you going to do, But my problem is, Glenn, there's not 1,000 politicians. There's a 749,000 of us, Glenn. And 749,000 versus 1,000, there's no question, Glenn. When are we have to make our voices be heard?
You have to tell them. You see what I said there? You listen what I said there just now? I said, if I believe that $20 billion, half is inflated. More than half is
More than
inflated.
half, I guarantee you that, Glenn.
More than half is inflated.
I agree with
And
you.
if you do the maths, right, with that 10 billion, every single citizen of this land should have already had $2.7 million in their bank book.
So-
Nobody had to go to, our brothers and sisters don't have to go to the bank to take a loan to help them with a shop.
$13,333 US for every single citizen of Guyana.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let me give them a
Which is equivalent
reminder
to 2.7 million.
Yes,
of the
sir.
number they need to call. You can call on
Don't do anything.
226-7453 or 226-7454.
Take the call.
Good evening, you're on to the Glenn Lall Show. Hello, good evening.
Can I get in on with you?
Raise the volume.
All right.
Reminder when they call it the low to volume.
Please lower your radio volume so that we can hear you clear as you call, okay? Thanks. Yes, so it's the same thing I'm telling you. It's everywhere they're jacking up the price.
Glenn,
So when they're finished with us,
We have another caller. Caller, good evening, you're on to the Glenn Lall Show.
Glenn, you are like a voice
Good
of
evening.
wilderness.
Good evening.
I got a complaint to make. We working with integrated security.
you working where?
Integrated security.
Yes.
Since March, money we haven't got it as yet. Every week they send this Friday, next Friday. This
You're
Friday,
working with
next Friday.
Exxon?
Integrated security.
I don't know who's integrated. But
A security firm.
yeah, but are they working with the oil companies?
With
Where are you working?
Sheila.
Sure. All right. Yes.
Like, the disrespect shown to Guyanese workers is terrible in this country, Glenn. Terrible. Right? These are mostly elderly men and women working in security. They're giving up their night's sleep to work to provide for the family. And they work since March and they cannot be paid, Glenn.
Well, soon they will not even get the security work because the oil companies they will be bringing in their own security forms. They have that all over Iraq, all over the oil company.
Yes.
They work with their own security.
Blackhawk, yes, the Americans they work in the security companies around the world that goes around the world. They use ex-military personnel from the United States military, the English military, the
It's
South
the
African
same-
military. Yes.
It's the same thing the same excuse they're gonna make. They will say, well, we don't trust Guyanese to
Guyanese can't
secure
provide
them.
enough security.
Exactly. Guyanese can't
Another caller. Good evening.
provide
You're on to the
helicopter
Glen Lall
service.
Show.
And we won't know how much you're paying them.
Evening. Can
Good
I
evening.
hear the queue?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You on there? Go ahead.
What happened? Why they keep cutting off? All right. Yeah. What I'm saying, Bernard, is that they will be using every excuse to shut us out. And when they bring their own people, they triple the payment on them. You understand? To fill their pockets.
Of
It's
course.
all a game plan,
It's a game,
man.
it's a game.
It's a game plan. It's like I bring in my cousin for work here. I bring in my uncle. I bring in my auntie. I bring in everybody. You understand? And I give them big salaries. I pay them big contract value.
And you already get.
But the money is not really, all the money is not really going to them, you know.
Of
The money is basically coming back to me.
Of course.
You understand? And that's how business is being run. And these leaders know this. It's not that they don't know it. They know it. But why the silence?
But
Why the silence? Take a call.
We have another caller. Caller, good evening. You're on to the Glen Lall Show.
Yes, ma'am. Can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead, go right
Go
ahead.
ahead.
you're on there. You go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. I'm Mr. Lall. Prior to the signing of the oil contracts, are you listening?
You have to speak up a bit, caller.
Okay, yes, did the government seek advice from experts?
Oh, yes.
Or prior to signing the contracts,
Yes.
did the government seek advice from experts?
Oh, my.
Trotman and Granger.
Oh,
are
my.
experts already. They don't need expert. They don't need expert advice.
Oh, my. My friend, any business we do in this world, any business whatsoever, people seek advice. Every government seek advice. On this huge, gigantic contract, oil,
Yeah, we know nothing
we
about
didn't seek no advice.
it. We know nothing about it.
Because had the government spoken to a market vendor, he would have gotten a tremendous advice. By now, I would not have been here trying to tell you guys what's happening. But they have not seek even a cake shop operator advice.
What about young Uncle Jen?
They haven't taken any advice. And after, listen
Another
this.
question,
1 second, 1 second. Although the contract was signed, they had experts coming in here trying to fix some of the loopholes and put provisions in place to safeguard Guyana. You know what I did? They kicked those people.
Mr. Lall,
Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead. Oh. He's there. You have the Maybe this the delay system you have. That's
No, he can't listen to himself while talking.
he's trying to listen.
Okay.
He's trying to listen to himself.
okay. Okay. All right. Yes, I was even the gentleman asked a question if our leaders had any export advice. Well, not the contract they signed here. They couldn't get any export advice.
Glenn,
Not even a market vendor would give them.
Glenn, though that contract they signed was not written by Guyanese, that contract was written by the oil companies.
Yes, and
That is,
given
that is oil
and they-
companies. That is oil companies' wet dream. That's-
and they blindly sign it, and more is coming.
But the question is, why would they sign something like that?
Well, everything they're signing.
No. But the question is, why?
We have another caller. Good
Everything
evening.
is
You're on to the
super
Glenwell Show.
Hello.
Well, we have to let people know why they do it.
Yes, sir.
But every time I get in, I seem to
Yeah, that's
getting caught up.
Please lower your volume and
Turn your radio
your radio volume and speak up.
Yes. Okay. Yes. It is loud.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, caller.
Good night, Mr.
Good night. Let's go. Let's get going. Let's get going.
Yes. Now, I am listening to you, and I want to believe that the things that you are talking are true. Could I have a profile of you? Meaning that, well, this is Glenn Lall talking, and Glenn Lall is speaking to you, the people out there, the populace out there, and Glenn Lall is from so and so associated with so and so that I can talk to you. Because
But you can talk to me.
You are talking.
Yeah.
You are talking to me.
now listen to me.
What my background has to do with what I am saying.
It's irrelevant.
Because I need to know some truth in it, because you are not speaking because you are annoyed with
Oh, you have to
the
be.
government.
Oh, you have to be. You have to be.
Business government.
You have to be some executive to talk about business.
Poor against the government.
All right. Well, okay.
Stay on the line. Talk to
Going Go
me.
ahead with you.
Guyanese is-
Stay on the line and talk to me.
Now, I'm staying on the line.
Yes, talk to me.
In 1966, we had oil exploration.
Exploration
Yes,
Hunter.
in this country.
Hunter.
on the bottom.
Hunter.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was on the land.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Right.
Let's get going.
And
Let's
I
get
was
going.
part of that expedition, and
Yeah.
I know exactly all. The
Well, if you were part of that exploration team, then you ought to know everything I'm saying here.
Exactly.
yes,
So,
What?
have I said anything? Have I said anything out of place or wrong?
I'm saying that between then to now,
Yes.
you mean to say that they didn't have anybody going and learning about oil?
My friend, stop right there.
Uh,
With today's technology, you don't have to go to university.
yes.
In one day at the university,
Any phone.
I can learn everything the university teach a day in 10 minutes.
The cheapest blue phone. The cheapest blue phone.
All right. You have any question?
Uh,
Do you have any question?
so those are my questions.
Thank you. Thank
now,
you.
I want to
Let it finish, man.
say something
Go ahead.
that you spoke about with the Guyanese and the expatriates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was privileged to walk around the whole compound as the oil was being drilled.
I went
know
there too.
a lot of things that even in the lab where the geologists work,
Yeah.
they used to show me the difference between the oil stones and said these oil stones are what goes out. The mud is what comes to Jajong.
Dada. I hear you loud and
The
clear.
mud the
I heard you loud and clear.
come to Jarton. A big exploration like that, and we don't have an officer of the geologies and mines
On the ship.
there to see and know what
I
is
just,
going on.
1 second, hold a second.
Mm,
I just talked about Saudi Arabia. We played a little clip just prior me begin my topic, in which Saudi Arabia have a 224 feet digital screen that picks up and sees every pipeline, every valve, every drop of oil that comes up from the ground and on in sea. And we don't even have an officer out there to check and
So
peep.
now, this is the year 21, so 21, well, however it is, right? And
Let's give-
still we
let's give
don't
somebody
have
else a chance
An
now.
officer out there. I heard that you are talking about the oil. We don't have anybody to monitor and to
Exactly.
monitor how the oil is coming up.
Exactly. Exactly. Do you have any question on the subject matter that I talk about?
Yes.
Because I don't think our listeners wants to know what is oil and where it's coming from and where it's going.
Well, you know that what you're talking, I personally would like to know more.
Thank you. Well, continue listening.
All right.
Continue listening. Thank you. Thanks.
Glenn, you know the funny thing, GRA, where we after again he's smuggling a couple of bottles of vodka and a couple of bottles of rum and a couple of chicken from Suriname. Why they not checking ExxonMobil how much of the billions of US dollar oil smuggled out of the country? They checking on that. GRA checking on how much millions of barrels of crude oil going out to the country, $60 US a barrel, Glenn.
My friend, we don't know nothing what is happening in this country.
But that's no point.
This is why that friend sent me the 60-minute program to play on the air so that people will understand. You know, I've said it many times that to put a meter on the ship there to the office of the president will not even cost 15 million US dollars. But guess what? They can take $15 million and take it and throw it away in some back dam and steef it out.
But that's not the point.
The most important thing, brother, to see what is coming up there. Every barrel of oil, we're not looking at.
But-
I'm talking about the safe. That's the safe.
Right, but they go after Guyanese. Guyanese who are smuggling a couple of cases of vodka and a couple of cases of chicken meat that was a couple of $100 US.
Good evening, you're on to the Glenn Lall Show.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Am I on live?
You're on, we're hearing you.
Yeah?
Caller, are you there?
Glenn, GRA goes after Guyanese who are smuggling a couple of cases of vodka and a couple of cases of chicken meat. They are not going after ExxonMobil who's smuggling billions of US dollars.
My friend, is not GRA. This thing has to be, this is about our leaders. If our leaders have priorities, they are running this country. They have the power to direct and to say everything. They're the directors of every state agencies.
Like what I said.
And so you just can't blame the state agencies.
Like what I
You
said.
can't blame EPA. You can't blame GRA. You can't blame none of these agencies. You gotta blame the leaders. They have to see and say, hey, go and monitor what's happening there.
Like I said,
But if
South
they
Africa-
don't do that,
Like what I said, Saturday after you.
if they don't do that, then, we can't blame them.
Come on.
We can't blame the officers.
We have
Take
another
calls.
caller. Good evening, you're on to the Glenn Lall Show.
Excuse me.
Good evening.
I
Yes?
would like you all to look into something with this integrated company. To understand it was owned by Joseph Harman. And they really taking them time for pay people them salary. People have bills to pay and food. to
Yes,
eat.
ma'am, I hear you clearly. Every citizen of this country has a problem. we are not dealing with these type of subject matters. Please, I'm sorry. I can't help you there. You guys gotta go to Mr. Harmon's house if you think he can help you guys. Yeah, go there. We're dealing with our resources.
National issue.
How you don't even have to work if you get a fair share of our oil, our gold, our bauxite. That's what we are dealing with. You see, but people have this is the type of life people are living. You understand? They're barely eking out a living. You understand? You could feel the tear in her voice. You understand? Because she's not getting her pay to buy food for her family. But you guys need to understand why this is happening and why it will continue to happen. It's like I said, it should not be this way. You guys should not even be working by now. So Suan, let me call it today, guys.
We don't have any more
I'm getting
calls,
tired,
so-
man. I was hoping you get some questions on it. But like I said, many people meeting me, and when I ask them, they say, they tell me plain, Glenn, when you finish talking, like, we don't even have a question to ask. You know? Guys, don't forget, Sunday is Mother's Day. It's an extremely special day for all the mothers in the world. Let me take this opportunity to wish all of you happiness, peace, love, and good health. You know, Suan, you'll be a mother. And you know, mothers, you're never really alone with your thoughts. A mother always has to think twice. Once for herself and once for her child. A father carries the same responsibility, always to take care of his family. I am a father, and I never look out for my family alone. So let me put all of my leaders, all of the oil people on guard. And I also want to put all the defenders of this wholesale thievery of our wealth. If y'all think that Guyana will become like a Ghana, Angola, Nigeria, and all the other producing countries, yes, exactly. Think and think again.
The 24th century.
I will not let that happen as a father.
Grandfather.
I will not be silent. The Creator will not shut this mouth when all those brothers and sisters we have out there going to bed hungry each night. No, no, no. I will do everything with this voice of mine to make sure they don't continue to live like that. Not with this massive wealth we have, that we were blessed with. No, 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 no. Martin Luther King said, and listen to this carefully, brothers and sisters. The man said, we must learn to live together like brothers and sisters, or perish together like fools. Good night. God bless all of you. More to come. Just tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And please take your medication. especially if you're using pressure tablet.
Pressure tablet.
Or you can also take your tablets and listen to the rebroadcast of this program every day at 11 a.m. Once again, to all our mothers throughout this land, grandmother, stepmom, foster mom, to all of you guys, I love all of you and do enjoy every moment of being a mom. Happy Mother's Day once again, and thank you for listening.